Alright, what I'd like to draw attention to is this speed has been increased by 2 times. And what I'm doing here is I'm adjusting the profile, because this is a relatively new axe still. I'm adjusting the profile of the cheeks on the bit, the axe bit. They were still a little bit thick for me. And this isn't any kind of fancy Scandinavian grind or anything. It's just simple file work and dressing the bit up. Once I finish addressing the thickness, the profile of the cheeks there, I'll start addressing the nicks that are in the edge of the bit. I try not to overwork it, but you'll notice there's still some nasty nicks in there. So if you thin the profile out, profile out of the cheeks instead of working your edge first, you'll kind of have a better idea of where your thickness is going to be at and what you'll be able to tolerate yourself at on adjusting the angle of your axe blade, the edge. Several people got theories on this, not to exceed 15 degrees or 25 degrees, depending on the type of axe, whether it's a felon axe or a splitting axe. What you're looking at here is pretty much a generic felon axe, but it's still slightly thicker in the bit than what I would like. But this thing hadn't been addressed for about 2 years, and so it needed to be dressed up. You'll notice that it's got the German type wedge and the hickory wedge in the end of the handle there, because I finally broke the handle it came from it with it whenever I bought it. And so I've rotated the axe over, and I'm gonna take care of this side as well. I'm gonna address the cheeks a little bit, and then I'll work my way down towards addressing the edge and trying to work those nicks out a little bit more. Something I'll remind folks of is that oftentimes whenever you get a nick or a chip in the edge or the cutting edge of the axe head, sometimes it's only affecting one side, or it's not as detrimental to get it out completely to sharpen it as it is negative to take off excess material. Because once those shavings hit the floor, you can't bring them back, you know. And so if you got a fairly deep nick and you know you can get 3 or 4 more sharpenings out of it before that nick is completely gone, but it's not really going to advance the problem any more than what it already is, sometimes you need to think about, well, can it just stay because it's in a thicker portion of a blade and I was sloppy whenever I was making a swing, or does this really need to be addressed right now? Well, I'll let you get back to watching the video. Right now, you'll see though that I'm starting to dress that edge up and find that angle and thickness that I want it to be at. Now, when I get done, this axe will be shaven sharp. I sharpened 2 of them that day. My boy's axe, which has got a 28-inch handle on it, and this one, which I think is a 32-inch handle. And both of them were shaven sharp, and I show you that at the end of the video. Well, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. I'm sure it was dull for some of you. But you may be asking the question, why did you make a video on sharpening an axe? And to simply tell you, because some people don't know how to do it. And hopefully this will help them. I try not to talk too much or overwhelm you with music and such. Just inform you. Thank you, subscribe, and like.